how you feel, young children being brought up in this environment. What is human right to you is to protect criminality, because most of the time people who are calling me xenophobia are the beneficiaries of this crime.
Please go check out rebelstoresza.com. Their winter range is now available. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Moments. Real Moments are clips from videos or interviews that I think you might find interesting. I know some of you may not have the time to watch the full hour-long video or interview, so I thought these Real Moments can also double up as a bit of a teaser, if you will. And who knows, maybe if you enjoy this clip, you might want to watch the full video. Links to the full video or interview are always in the description below. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here is your real moment. Yeah, it's quite scary, Herman. And you said that you went into some of these buildings that were deemed no-go areas. Can you describe to us what you saw?
Oh my goodness, Joe, it'll break your heart, honestly. You know, I can tell you, the 3 years going into public office. Yes, even up to now, I need sleeping tablets to sleep. I can't sleep without prescribed these things, because what I was exposed to and what I know it's happening in the city of Johannesburg, where young girls, some of as young as 8, 9, who are tending to prostitutes. The only thing that they're giving are drugs. That's the only payment they get. Um, you go into the city, you look at counterfeit goods, expired goods, billions of them brought into South Africa without paying any duties on them. That's why you see since 1994, small black businesses in the townships and villages are taken over by foreign nationals. That's why we've had our own national chains, Edcon as an example. How are they going to compete when they are registered? They operate under a very hostile COSATU environment. But in the meantime, you've got this international criminal syndicates bringing goods into South Africa. They don't pay any taxes, sell them out in a street, hijack buildings, steal our electricity, working with these politicians, steal our water. They don't pay anything. They Instead of employing South Africans, they bring in the kids from God knows where, lock them out in these buildings, make them work. It's like slaves. Basically, they are slaves. What someone who works without getting payment, or someone who works without their consent, or it's,
These
what do you call that? That's slavery. If you look at the living conditions of our people in this informal settlements, or squatter camps, with no toilets, people in the city of Johannesburg that they call world class African city, more than half of people in this informal settlements don't even have ablution facilities. I mean, tell me, how do you expect a human being to survive without having ablution facilities? What you do is to take away their dignity. You destroy jobs, because COSATU has been responsible for destroying one job after the other. That's why we've got, South Africa has got, it's proven, it's a fact. We've got the longest sustainable unemployment rate in the world. Our unemployment is the longest, highest, longest sustainable unemployment created by COSATU, which is part of our government, including working with the so-called South African Communist Party with Bladen Zimande.
yeah.
They call themselves communist and vanguard of the poor, the biggest exploiters than I'm sure even slave masters in the past would not really commit such crime.
While I have you here and you're enjoying this content, please look at the link in the description below. support my channel or support the show, where you can become a member for as little as 40 Rand a month. There are 3 tiers, each with their own perks. Please go check it out. And don't forget to also join the Telegram channel where you get notified of all the upcoming live streams and uploads. And don't forget, subscribing is always free. No, yeah, I often tell people that the South African Communist Party is working very close with ANC, and I get called crazy. But I mean,
Well, no, they're part of the. In fact, I don't think there's still by name there's still an organization called ANC, but who are the main people in this government? All the so-called communists, and I can tell you, the so-called communist Joe, a capitalist like myself, I can compete with them. When I go into a restaurant, when I buy a bottle of wine, I look at the price. And I can tell you, let the communists be next to your table. Look at the type of whiskey and wine that they drink. I can't afford. I can't compete with these leaders of the Communist Party. But I mean, it's been a culture since 1918. I mean, communist leaders, they they have the time of their lives, but what they do keep the majority of their citizens poor and uneducated.
and take all the
And
taxes.
it, yeah, and it's still happening here in South Africa.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. You mentioned kids, and that's a very scary thought. I think South Africans need to wake up because you said it yourself. You're not sure where these people that you saw in these buildings come from, but it's a scary thought to even think of where they could come from. Kidnapped, abused, day in day out, and it's happening right now. People,
No, right now,
right
as I'm
now.
talking to you, I don't know. I mean, I always ask all these people who are claiming to be so-called human rights organizations says to come with me and tell me if you're a human rights lawyer or activist. um, how you feel, young children being brought up in this environment. What is human right to you is to protect criminality, because most of the time people who are calling me xenophobia are the beneficiaries of this crime.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your real moment. This is your second reminder to please subscribe to my channel. Please like and comment below. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this content, please share it with friends and family. You can also watch more of my content here or here, somewhere in this general area. Just check it out. You might like it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.